Imagine the most minimal yet high-stakes biophilic design, a single 0.5 square meters Lotta greenhouse module inside a metal tube, where a cosmonaut's only green space is a hydroponic walnut shell substrate under precisely tuned light. No soil, no glare, this Japandi aesthetic is engineered to stave off psychological decline. Space stations show that thriving greens need only a calibrated light mix, not blazing sun. By tuning the spectrum and intensity, cosmonauts grow leafy greens in steel modules without harsh glare. At Moscow's Zvezdny Gorodok Center, researchers built a plant chamber for long-stay crews. They used a focused red-blue LED array delivering 150 µmol superscript 2s superscript 1, the photosynthetic photon flux density that fuels growth without excess heat or wasted power. Red Russian kale is the main crop, valued for its quick growth and high nutrients. Under the low-power, tuned spectrum, each tray yields about 12 g of leaves daily via a thin film nutrient flow, keeping the surroundings quiet and showing that abundance doesn't need harsh light. Many assume brighter light means faster growth, but harsh fixtures can burn leaves and fill a room with harsh purple. Space research found that steady, low-intensity light over longer periods matches the same metabolic rate, letting plants use photons efficiently while the room stays calm. Bringing station tech home starts with knowing how plants use light. They capture discrete photons in specific bands, not the brightness we perceive. Lux meters gauge human vision, but plants respond to photon count across the photosynthetic spectrum. Measuring in micromoles gives you real control over plant health. 150 µm superscript 2s superscript 1 hits the sweet spot for shade-loving greens and typical houseplants. At this density, lettuce, pothos, and ferns run near peak photosynthesis without stress or water loss. Stronger light can make leaves close their pores to save water, which actually slows growth. Moderate light yields steady, stress-free development and low-power use. The visual appeal comes from the housing. Star City placed the hydroponic columns in warm wood veneered frames topped with frosted acrylic, hiding circuits and softening the light into a seamless glow that feels more like a Japandi accent than lab gear. Frosted acrylic tackles the main biophilic challenge, concealing the tech. Bare LEDs cast sharp shadows and harsh spots that disturb calm. Sending the light through a matte acrylic sheet spreads it evenly, giving the room a soft, late afternoon through linen feel that's easy on the eyes and good for plants. Mounting living plants within wood walls balances organic form with clean lines. Instead of scattered pots, a living wall becomes a focal point, where timber grain meets deep green for a quiet Muji feel, turning greenery into functional architecture. Space-grade thin film nutrient delivery works just as well at home. A quiet stream of liquid nutrients flows through hidden channels, giving roots oxygen without soggy soil or pests, while the reservoir stays tucked away in the lower wood base, keeping lines clean. The spectrum for the cosmonaut garden balances plant efficiency with comfort. Pure red-blue gives max photosynthesis but a harsh magenta cast. Adding warm white LEDs tints the light to a soft cream, easing the glare while preserving output and enhancing leaf texture and room ambience. Timing matters as much as intensity. Star City's system runs 16 hours of light then 8 hours of dark, letting plants process sugars and repair cells. Automated silent timers on low-power lights keep metabolism steady and give your home a natural daily rhythm. Choosing the right species gives both yield and visual order. Deep purple red Russian kale and oak leaf lettuce pop against pale oak and neutral walls, staying compact and tidy. Picking outer leaves each day preserves a clean silhouette while supplying fresh greens. Place your vertical light garden on a neutral side wall, not opposite a big window. Daylight mixes with the soft acrylic glow for gentle depth, and at night the fixture becomes a calm primary light that encourages relaxation. A 150 µm superscript 2s superscript 1 setup draws surprisingly little power. Efficient LEDs run under 40 watts per frame, lasting longer while delivering year-round greenery without noticeable cost or heat. This balance turns high-tech gardening into a practical everyday feature, not a fleeting luxury. To build a calm, restorative home, Move past high-maintenance fads and embrace biophilic engineering. Using space-tested light calibration removes guesswork and plant failure. Pairing warm materials, oiled oak, linen, with hidden tech creates an organic, effortless feel, turning your home into a sanctuary where science quietly nurtures green beauty. Swapping harsh grow bulbs for warm, diffused light brings fresh greens and lasting peace. Aligning precise light with natural materials turns your room into a quiet sanctuary where design and plant life work in harmony. When you balance precise light with warm wood and soft diffusion, your room becomes a calm sanctuary where design and plant life work together seamlessly.